Yes, yes, the elderly man says as he waves me off, reaching into his coat pocket. He's reaching for his wallet, I know it, but I expected this. Quickly, I shake my head with a sheepish and warm smile. That's not necessary, Mr. Chuvald. He pauses, brow furrowing as if he doesn't trust me. He's perceptive. Perhaps he saw too much in my face. Don't be ridiculous. Of course it is. He tries to argue, but I shake my head again. Keeping my tone gentle and kind, I reply, Please, consider it compensation for my unexpected presence. That seems to appease the old man, his acceptance begrudging, and he puts away his wallet, dismissing us for the evening. Johann and I say our goodbyes before making our way through the opulent mansion to the exit. It isn't until we are outside that I let my intelligence show again, with a knowing and sly grin. Well, that went well, I note smoothly as we began to walk. Johann studies my features with a calculating gaze that betrays nothing.
You are quite the actress, Miss Nighthope.
He notes, his tone cool and calculated.
You almost had me fooled. But what is it that he saw in your eyes, I wonder?
I raise an eyebrow, a curious hum leaving my lips. I'm not sure if I'm being honest, I reply calmly, hands folding together in front of my layered skirts. My eyes tend to confuse people when they get a closer look. Flashing Johann a warm and knowing grin, I add. After all, I am a lot of things all at once. I did tell you that all of my faces are genuine. Johann hums in thought, his tone betraying nothing of his calculations.
That you did.
He concedes with a slow nod. There was a pause before he continues in a calculated tone.
But why, may I ask? Did you not accept his payment?
A sharp grin crosses the full shape of my lips. To stand out, of course, I tell him, a note of knowing amusement in my voice. He's used to paying everyone around him for every little thing. In this case, I paid him by making a calming cup of tea to make up for my unexpected presence. I pause to let that sink in before continuing, my tone logical. This way, I stand out to him as someone who does not seek personal gain, but appears genuinely kind.
Why would you wish to appear such?
Johann asks, studying my expression. The sharp grin returns to my face as I drawl out my response. For effect, of course.
Effect?
He echoes curiously as we walk. Yes, effect, I confirm almost nonchalantly. For when the final act comes, the shock and shivers will be more memorable. Call it showmanship.
Showmanship,
Johann repeats, seeming to consider this response.
You are a curious woman, Miss Nighthope. Very curious indeed.
So, I say, my tone full of amused intrigue, did I pass your test? A huff of something close to amusement escaped him.
You did indeed.
Johann admits, his tone calculated, but I could almost hear a hint of something amused or maybe fond in his tone. No, it has to be amusement. Johann doesn't get close to people. I push the thought away before he continues, and the note of amusement is gone.
Welcome aboard, Miss Nighthope,
He says, pausing in his step to extend a hand for me to shake.
I do believe you will be a valuable asset.
I take his hand with a knowing and proud grin. Thank you, Mr. Liebert. I am honored to be working with you. Johann studies me for a moment longer, sending a familiar thrill through me before he releases my hand and we continue walking. I'll need to find a job in this time period. I break the silence, pinching my chin in thought.
That won't be easy, considering your predicament.
He replies, his tone calculated and deceptively nonchalant. I know him well enough to know he's planning something. My face betrayed nothing as I nod in agreement. Yes, I agreed thoughtfully. It would need to be under the table. He doesn't realize it, but I know exactly where this is going, and it plays right into where I need to be for the time being.
I might know a place.
Johann begins, his tone cool and almost casual. I wait for him to elaborate, raising a curious eyebrow.
There is a diner not far from here.
He says, his tone logical and calculated.
The owner is kind and will likely help you out by hiring you under the table, should you give him a believable story.
That could work, I muse, my tone betraying none of my thoughts. But what story would be appropriate?
That would be up to you, Miss Nighthope.
Johann tells me, a note of mocking in his tone. He's testing me again. A smirk ghosts my lips. I have an idea, I say, a story already forming in my mind. But there's another motive here, isn't there? You could have suggested anything, so why this diner particularly?
Perceptive as always, Miss Nighthope.
Johann notes, his hands folding behind his back as we walk.
There is someone I'd like you to keep a close eye on. Nina Fortner. I'd like you to befriend her, get close, and inform me of her movements. Do you think you could manage that?
I listen intently, my face betraying nothing, although his request plays right into my hands. Nina Fortner is his twin sister, Anna Liebert. She plans to kill Johann, working to get there before Tenma does. This will allow me to prevent their success, because where Nina is, Tenma will also eventually be. Nodding in response, I reply calmly. I think I can manage that. Shouldn't be too difficult.
We shall see.
Johann muses, his tone cryptic.
Nina doesn't open up easily.
I am well aware of this, but I'll find a way nonetheless. Making people comfortable and getting them to open up is something I am very good at.